Hello friends, Bendy here, and today we will be discussing the secrets of the darker side of FNAF that looms in the shadows. Now before we start, note that all of the music and the footage that is being used here will be in the description below if you want to look at it for yourselves. Now, let's not waste any more time and let's get started. The books for FNAF might seem silly at first, however, that's the illusion that the books make. The reason I say this is due to, well, if you read the books of FNAF, it turns into a dark room very quickly. The reason is, well, the books tell us why Afton kills and how everything works in this universe. Also, it tells us the backstory of everyone, including the true name of the purple guy, William Afton, and not his fake identity, David Miller. We also learn what would happen if the Springlocks would go off. The description is really dark, if I'm going to say so. We also get to understand the relationship of Afton and Henry, how they made the locations, how they met, and who played which role in their business. The books also tell us reimaginings of the games. Books like Silver Eyes and the Fazbear Fright series make FNAF darker than we already know. We also see how truly evil Afton really is, from melting down the animatronics and those skeletons and combining them to make new souls using Remnant, and trying to use Remnant to become immortal. It works somewhat when he dies in the FNAF 3 minigame of Night 5, however, I'm pretty sure he didn't call Remnant being weak to fire because he has been lit up 2 to 3 times. First in FNAF 3, the second in Pizzeria Simulator, and the third in Security. Now, I will say this about the books. They are worth the read if you really want to know the story and the backstories of FNAF. But be warned, because these books get darker as you read. So read at your own accord. Now, on to the second topic at hand. The FNAF games, despite being called kid games, are actually really creepy. The reason I say this is the fact that the games actually hide secrets in places that you must look for in order to see. For example, the news clippings of the 5 missing kids, and the news clipping of the closure of the pizza in FNAF 1, the FNAF 2 Night 6 phone call of Phone Guy, all the FNAF 2 minigames, Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, FNAF 3 Night 5 minigame, the Happiest Day minigame for FNAF 3, the good ending and the bad ending from FNAF 3, all the FNAF 4 minigames, the hospital items that would randomly appear out in FNAF 4, the Fight of 83 minigame, the secret box from FNAF 4, all the voice lines of Elizabeth Afton in Sister Location, the secret ending cutscene with Springtrap in Sister Location, and the death of Elizabeth Afton in Sister Location as well, the FNAF 6 ending cutscene with Henry, the Kenny Cadet stories in FNAF 6, the tombstone picture with all the 5 missing kids' names, the origins of the puppet and the orange guy's secret minigame, and more. There are a lot of secrets in these games, so I won't mention them all here because that will take way too long to explain. However, all the secrets I mentioned here are some of the most memorable ones in the series. So, if you see something that seems odd during the night of these games, you might want to rethink about that, of what you just seen, if it has any sort of meaning, because it just might have a story to tell. Now, on to the next. Shockingly, the characters actually hide secrets of their own, some that you don't think to realize while playing the games. Some of those secrets, like Shadow Freddy and Shadow Bonnie, being the victims of the Springlock failures, Lefty being an animatronic to capture the puppet, Nightmare representing death, Circus Baby being inspired of Elizabeth Afton, Springtrap being the reincarnation of William Afton, Glamlock Freddy being the reincarnation of Michael Afton, and Gregory being the recreation of the Crying Child, and Glittrap being the consciousness of the purple guy, Golden Freddy being the kid who wasn't supposed to be killed by Afton, and of course, the puppet being the reincarnation of Charlie Emily. The animatronic with the darkest lore is Wither Chica. The reason behind this is due to the fact that she was the one to be first be killed by Afton, and to claim that she has seen everything that Afton has done.
I was the first. I have seen everything.
To be honest, when I heard about this in Ultimate Custom Night for the first time, I was shocked to know that it was Chica to be killed by Afton first, and to understand that she was the first to be put into a suit before all the others. I could be wrong about that statement, but I'm not too sure. Also, another animatronic with a dark secret is Mangle. The reason is that she is speculated to be the cause of the bite of 87. This is afforded when we beat Night 6 of FNAF 2 and see the news clipping saying that the toy animatronics were scrapped and the paycheck date and termination slip of Night 7, with a different lifeguard name. So, if you think that any of the animatronics in the series have no secret to them, know that these robots are simply more than what you think of them in the series while you play the game. Okay, on to the next one. As you know by now, the FNAF VHS tapes have changed how many people view the series, and it has had a major impact on the community by so much that it has made an entirely new genre because of these FNAF tapes. The reason why these tapes are so beloved by all is because it changes how we see the games and the story in order to make something new and original, while following games. A perfect example of this is the VHS tape I'm about to show you. Now, be warned, this is one, if not the most terrifying FNAF tape you will ever see on the internet, and I highly recommend you watch it for yourselves, so here it is.
Joseph? Jesus Christ. Joseph! Joseph, are you there? Did you hear me? Joseph, what happened? Talk to me, man! She's staring. I saw pitch black eyes. She knows my fear. Jack was right. I'm calling 911. No! Don't do that! Joseph, they're not gonna help you! Just get out of there while you still can! Dude, I'm scared shitless. What can I do? Just keep that fucking camera on her, do you understand? I'm gonna call my boss right away so I can head over there. If anything happens, just run away and call me immediately, alright? I'm on my way now. I'll see you in a few hours. Don't leave me! Jeremy! Help me, Jeremy! Help me, please!
If you think that was all the VHS tapes had to offer, you are sadly mistaken. You see, there are far more terrifying tapes that are even more terrifying than the one I just showed you, such as this one.
Chica? It's time to go home, baby bird. Mommy? It's time to go home. Home. Take me home with you. No, Chica. Baby bird. No, Chica. You're scaring me.
The tapes I just showed you are just a fraction of how many are there in the entire internet. So, if you say that FNAF is for kids, you might want to reconsider that assumption, because these tapes are the reason why FNAF is more popular than ever. Now, on to the next one. The FNAF lore is one, if not the most darkest lore you will ever know in any horror game. Yet, it is the most interesting out of all of the horror games I've played so far. The story about a man killing children and then they get placed into robots and they take control over them, and now they are after the man who made them suffer and took their lives away. They however don't know that they are in a labyrinth of sorrow, and because of it, the spirits of the kids are filled with a lust of vengeance. This goes to a next level when the spirit Cassidy, the child who possesses Golden Freddy, tortures Afton by making him go through so much death by his own creations in Ultimate Custom Night. Cassidy is also the one who won't rest, as we see Golden Freddy glittered away into the shadows in Ultimate Custom Night as well. While the others, Freddy, Bonnie, Chica, and Foxy, get put to rest at FNAF 3 by the puppet. I'm not too sure if that was confirmed if they got put to rest, but that's my assumption at this point in time. This, however, doesn't change anything for Cassidy, and we see that with some of the secret lines of Ultimate Custom Night, as we hear a faint voice in the background.
We've only just begun. I will never let you leave. I will never let you rest.
I'll never let you rest.
This is how it feels, and you get to experience it over and over and over again, forever. I will never let you leave.
I will never let you leave.
He tried to release you. He tried to release us. But I'm not gonna let that happen. I will hold you here. I will keep you here. No matter how many times they burn us.
It's safe to assume that Afton is not going to die anytime soon due to Cassidy keeping him alive. However, this means that Afton can continue going on with his killings and start spreading his motives to others, as we see that actually happen with Fanny in Security Breach. It's sad to see Cassidy still, after so long, trying to make Afton suffer, but doesn't see how much damage she is doing to herself. Blinded by rage and vengeance, that I'm pretty sure the whole reason Afton is still alive, and was found alive in the Security Breach, was because of Cassidy keeping him alive. Hopefully we can see her learn to end it all and kill Afton once and for all, so she and the others can be finally put to rest. But until then, we won't see it until Afton dies or Golden Freddy changes her mind. Now, that's all for me for now. I hope you enjoyed the video. Now, if you want more videos like this, then feel free to like and subscribe for more content like this. Okay, that's all for me for now, and remember that I will see you all in the next one. Okay, take care and stay safe.